The Flash, Season 5, Episode 6, titled The Icicle Cometh. I couldn't help myself by doing a bad Mr. Freeze impression, just putting it out there. But I enjoyed this episode. It's good. It has some problems. And all the problems I had with it is dealing with the side stuff that's not focused on our main plot. Because it feels very jumbled and feels a little bit too much stuff happening. It's maybe suffers too many characters in this episode, because you have one side of it, you have the storyline dealing with Iris, Noah, and Charlotte Wells, which I am sorry. Okay, I'm just going to say something very controversial, guys. I get it. A lot of people are like, you can't have the Flash without Tom Cagler. You can't have the Flash without a Wells, a Harrison Wells. I get it. But I'm sorry. This whole Sherlock Holmes thing, I think it's the worst Wells. And I'm sorry, I think the Harrison Wells thing, the concept needs to just go. Just go. You know, I think the characters has unstayed its welcome, and you know, I mean, it was kind of cool at the beginning with seeing F2 Harry, and then, you know, HR and all that, but when it feels like there's a switching it, and just feels like we are desperate to we need a Haswell, we need Tom Cagler, or they feel it's not the show, and you know, one of the complaints a lot of people have with Arrow and Flash is like, there's so many characters, and you know, you need to have the axe, and you need an axe, and I think immediately the axe needs to be Wells. I'm very sorry, because it feels like he's just thin air, he's just fluff, he's just like, you know, the Sherlock thing feels like he's just a ticking point, really. I'm sorry, guys, but that's how I feel. But also, what doesn't that also feel jarring to the main plot, which I am going to talk about, is the stuff dealing with Ralph and Joe's wife. How we'll be investigating and stuff. It's just like, it just doesn't work. It just felt out of place, and just the whole other side stuff just felt out of place. Okay, but when we jump to the main plot, dealing with Caitlin reuniting with her dad, and things on those lines, and Cisco believing, you know, not everything feels very hunky-dory, you know, something's missing, and how big, how small, you know, Cisco is going to find out. I enjoy it. I really did. I really enjoy the relationship between Caitlin and her father. There's a good chemistry between the two characters. The mystery side of things, and of course the whole thing about Killer Frost. You know, can Killer Frost come back? What was the cause of Killer Frost? What's her origin? Which we do find out. You know, all that worked. And of course, if anyone wants to ask, yes, I had a bit of a moment when they name dropped Victor Freeze. Victor Freeze, of course, is a very popular Batman villain named Mr. Freeze, and you know, the big question is now with Batwoman, and you know, it's no secret that, you know, my guess, if, you know, in a couple weeks' time, if Batwoman gets a huge response, they are going to make a spin-off. So the big question is Batwoman going to have Victor Freeze? I don't know. I don't know it's going to be Victor, I don't know it's going to be Mr. Freeze. I don't know. I heard somewhere Noah's in it, I think. Victor Freeze's wife. But I don't know. Really, but I don't know if Victor Freeze will see him, but oh, you know, I always will say this: I wouldn't be shocked that even in Elseworlds, we are going to have them doing Batman things with Batwoman. They'll probably do some Batman stories with Batwoman. You know what I mean? Kind of like how they've been doing Supergirl. You know. Wet Sun, everyone. Anyway, and I'm calling it to go and do Buzz on Lex. Anyway, But yeah, it is one of those things where it's a good episode. It's just one of those things where it's just like all the side stuff just doesn't really click with me.